The third step in the workflow is to upload your dataset. To begin, click on Add Dataset and provide a name for your dataset, which is typically the same name as the CSV file, which we will upload. And you can optionally provide extra notes to your team members here. Click on Save, and the record will now be saved in Home Create. The next step is to upload the CSV file through this Upload Data button. But before we do that, I will show you what this CSV looks like. We have a very basic CSV format, which at a minimum will include a column with your sample name, or which are the names of each individual sample or the replicate scans of the same sample. There will be an output variable. In this case, we have moisture and protein, which are continuous variables that we'll build regression models for. And the rest of the columns are our multivariate or spectral data, with wavelength or wave number as the headers. I'll now click Upload Data. If you need a refresher on that format, click on this button and a drop-down will appear to show you an example format. Click on Select CSV and choose the CSV that you want to upload, and click on Start Upload. The first pop-up you will see allows you to map your columns in the CSV with the type of data. Home Create will attempt to guess what sort of data is in each column. In this case, it's correctly guessed that the sample name is the sample name. Moisture and protein are output variables, which in this case are continuous. We will cover discrete variables and classification models in another video. The rest of the columns have been denoted as frequency, so that is either the wavelength or wave number. If you have columns in your CSV that you wish to ignore and not import, then click on Ignore. If you have other data in your CSV, which is metadata you do not want to use in the model building process, but would still like to use it for filtering and searching in your dataset, please add it as category type data. Once you are happy with the data mapping, you can click on Process Files. You can optionally rename any of these values, and this final column is just telling you whether the column name has been used before in your account. Once your data has been uploaded, there will be an automatic pop-up allowing you to randomly split your data set into a training and validation set. The default validation is 25% of your data set. You can do anything from 10 to 90%. If you have a specific validation set you want to define, simply click on No Thanks and select your validation set manually. Now that I've made that validation split, I can see each sample is either in the training set or the validation set. If you wish to alter that, you can highlight your sample or group of samples, click on Change Set Selected, and move it between training, validation, or excluded. If you wish to resplit your validation set from your training set again, simply click on Split Validation and it will reperform that function. These tabs show you graphical information around your dataset. Here we can see each individual spectrum. If you have multiple spectra per sample, they will be color-coded together. If you find any spectral outliers, you can select them from this graph and delete them from the dataset completely at this stage. You can also see the distribution of your values for each variable using these tabs. Once you are happy with your dataset and your training and validation set, you can simply click on Next, and you're up to the model building stage.